I've been there a lot, maybe 20, 25 times. And I've never ever once seen anybody unhappy.
As a manager, I will say that every time that something goes wrong, that's my fault. Every time that we have like a kudos or like a recognition or something, that's the team.
Welcome, guys. Today is Utah Business Spotlight. Man, I have an honor. It's an honor because, I love restaurants. I love food, clearly. And I think that supporting great restaurants is something that's one of the most important things a community could do. Today, I have literally my favorite restaurant in Utah. I have the owner here with me today, is Jonas. Thank you so much. Mi Buena Vida is perhaps the coolest concept, the coolest idea. You've converted me to a lover of Mexican, to a lover of family Mexican. It's awesome. Thank you so much for being here, brother.
Thank you, Peter. Yeah, thank you. It's amazing the way how you describe it. It's really good.
Well, I think first and foremost, where can everybody find you? Let's get that out of the way.
Okay, so we are in SugarHouse. We are on 1500 East and 1500 South, that little spot in the SugarHouse area. We are next to Caputo's, the bookstore, all that. We're in that corner. It's really easy to find us.
Super easy to find. There's plenty of places to park on the street, so don't get frustrated. And the great thing is you need to walk a little. And I love the neighborhood. But so I went one day with my daughter. We passed it. I don't know why, because Mexican was never my primary food source. My wife loves it. My family loves it. So we're always there. But I was always like, I like flavors, and I'm Peruvian. I like the ceviche, and I love really cool food. We went to your restaurant. And my doors were blown off because you have ceviche, right?
Yeah.
And it's ridiculously yummy. Everything you serve, your fish tacos are perhaps the best I've ever had. You have a shrimp appetizer that's incredible, and it looks like a piece of artwork. Your salsa bar, everything's made fresh by you. So what I don't even know where to start with how much I love your restaurant. So I want to start with the people.
Okay.
Your wife works with you. I know you're partners and you own 17 restaurants combined.
Yes.
But your family still works with you.
Yeah.
And you walk into this restaurant in a neighborhood and you're greeted by family. You're greeted as if you're important. You're seated in this beautiful space. You could serve anything, any modern food. It's beautiful, the space. And but you still feel warm, taken care of, attended to. Honestly, it's an incredible experience. And then, here's where it's going to be bad for you guys, because I'm going to tell them his prices are too low. They're going to go up, so get there fast. Right? But your pricing is ridiculously fair. It's incredible, really incredible for the level of service, the level of food, the quality, and you have an open kitchen concept, which I thought was really cool. Your desserts, I can't stop talking about your restaurant.
Yeah.
Your flan, best flan in the state by far. You have a Los Tres Leche.
It's Tres Leches, yeah.
It's the best I've ever had, and I don't even like that. And you can't stop eating it. It's so yummy. And I've probably taken about 25 different friends there.
I think so, yeah.
It's a lot of, that's if you're going to go to lunch with me, that's where you're going to wind up, and dinners. So what I want to just dive deep, because there's so many amazing things about it. So first and foremost, what was the initial inspiration? Like, you chose you're experienced restaurateur, but yet you chose a neighborhood. Tell us about the neighborhood.
Well, my partner, he owns, like, as you mentioned before, like a couple restaurants in Utah, but most of them in that moment they are located in Park City. So Park City is like a different business. It's a different way to run a business. But there was like a good friend, and he owns the building, and he said like, hey, there was a restaurant here, was like an Italian restaurant for like 15 or something like that. It was the Paris Bistro for like 15 years. And then was like Sicilia Mia was an Italian restaurant, and then was like the Trattoria di Francesco for like a couple months. And then the place was empty for maybe...
So the Italians couldn't figure out the neighborhood.
Well, the Paris... they did for like more than 10 years.
Right.
So that's something, right? And my partner was like, let's take a look of the space and see how it goes. If we like it or not, then we'll see. Well, because we were thinking in Park City, that's like it's way different. So we checked the space. I was like impressed. this is huge. It's more like 5,000 square feet. So it's a big space for a restaurant. And was different, of course, was like an Italian, was more like an upscale, was more like a high end, was more fancy. We're not fancy. So
he's lying. Yeah. The food is fancy. It's
we are like, we work on the presentation.
Yeah.
So we start working on that at the beginning. We're not going to take the dining space. There was just going to be the bar and the kitchen, and we're going to sublease that area. And he was talking to me, and I was like, hey, if we're going to do this, let's do it right? Let's take the whole space and let's do what we know. And he was like, yeah, okay, well, SugarHouse, it's a nice area. The SugarHouse Park brings a lot of people, and we're close to the downtown. We're close to the mountains. And I mean, like, there's a bunch of Airbnbs, hotels. It's a nice area. So
yeah, I mean, we love the area. We love your location. And it's interesting, you bid off the whole space. It's 5,000 square feet. Generally, I think restaurants are hanging around 2,800 to 3,000.
Yep.
So you're working with about 60% more space than you normally do.
Yeah.
Which, when you're building a business, that's cost and revenue, right? That's upfront build out costs. You have to make everything look beautiful. But then the risk always is, a small space, 10 people make you look busy.
Yep.
Big space, 10 people make you look like people don't like the restaurants.
Exactly.
So there's an inherent risk factor of having so many tables. You don't feel like it's a big space because of the way you split the bar, the kitchen, and then the restaurants. But I must tell you, it's cool. Like, you have really particular pieces of art and paintings in the space that are just beautiful. When you go in, the mural on the very back. Tell us about this mural, and we'll show pictures of it.
Yeah, she's a local artist. Her name is Mackenzie, and she's been working with us for like a couple of years now. I'm pretty sure that she's based in Park City. We're just trying to explain to her what was the idea. We want like a lady, something like a Katrina, something like very Mexican, There's like a couple things that you can, no matter which part of the world you are, if you say like tacos, they're going to think Mexico. If you say Katrinas or Dia de los Muertos or whatever, they're going to think Mexico. So we're like keeping in mind that. And we talked to her, and she started to create all the design.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really beautiful. And then even when you come in to your main hall where the kitchen is, you have this big open kitchen. You have the most ridiculous salsa bar, all homemade, just incredibly yummy.
Yeah.
Like, it's really well done. My family goes bananas. Everybody I've ever brought there. And then your chips. can I say enough about your chips? They're ridiculously yummy.
Well, with the chips was funny. We used to serve chips in Park City in another Mexican restaurant. When we start with Mi Buena Vida and we work with the chefs who was designing the menu, she was like, why you guys don't put like something different? Salt is like too common. Like, let's take a risk. Let's do something different. And I was like, okay, I'm not like a spicy fan. I'm not like a crazy spiciness food. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we tried with the
He says
tahini.
he's not a spiciness fan, but he drives these incredible motorcycles.
Yeah, that's,
Blow your socks off.
it's a different kind of spice, right? So we start with the tahini, and day one we serve the chips with tahini, and people love the chips with tahini, and they are crazy about it. Most of them, they don't know what's in the chips, but they just want to keep
more.
eating and eating and eating. And we never charge you for the chips because it's part of the experience, and it happens a lot. And probably you remember that. I don't know if that happens to you first time that you visit us, that people just like, could I get another one? Could I get another one? Could I get another one? And
I don't even eat the chips generally, and I can't stop eating yours.
Yeah.
It's so yummy. Your salsa is ridiculous.
We start with just like a house salsa for chips. It's like a roasted tomatoes salsa. And then it's part of the experience. I talk to my servers, and we need to offer the salsa bar because that's one of the toughest part of the experience, right? And the people are like, oh, okay, you can bring some salsas and I can try it. And I was like, no, it's not like that. So we are like a full service, but not in that way. So please come to the salsa bar, take a look to the salsa bar, pick the ones that you want, and start the experience.
And you know what I love about even your salsa bar, which is cool? You're encouraging, and this is smart for business. So if you have a business, listen to what they're doing. Each one of their salsas comes in a little container, but at the bar, they keep the covers to the container. People take the extra salsa and chips home, I notice.
Every day.
Every time.
Yep.
And it's really brilliant marketing because you're bringing your experience into their homes. They're addicted.
Yep.
If you want to take your business to the next level, little nuances like that are incredibly important. I mean, and I would highly recommend, if you're a business owner, you have to go to Mi Buena Vida because you need to see the way they're doing business. And it is just different enough that you know why they're doing well across. Because the hardest business in the world to open is a hair salon first, restaurant second.
Yep.
They have the biggest, I call them the death rate. You're going to die quickly and it's going to be expensive. Restaurant more expensive to die than a hair salon, but the hair salon dies faster. Yeah.
And actually, there is like another restaurants in Utah that they are doing the salsa bar now.
Yeah.
But a couple of them, I know, in fact, that they went to a restaurant and they checked the concept and they just trying to duplicate. And that's good. I mean, I take that as a good thing,
It's a compliment.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's impossible because here's the thing. Copying idea is great. You'll do it well. But when you're the creator of an idea, you generally had 10 ideas in front and you have 10 ideas in the back, and that's just the one you stopped on at the moment. Yep. You'll have more ideas. The way, here's what I would say, we were talking about it off camera. One of the things I would say that is duplicatable, but no one will do it, is when I walk in, everybody on your team says hello to me. They remember me, they recognize me. And because, for all my friends out there, yes, I go to an LDS church, but I still drink coffee. And I love my coffee. And they will make me, as soon as I walk in, because coffee's not highly served, they'll put on the fresh pot of coffee for me, knowing I'm going to have coffee, and even give me a cup to take home. Say, do you want a little coffee for the, and I'm like, it's so wonderful to be recognized. That's the level of service we had in our salons. What made us different was not the fact that we cut great hair. I think you've probably been in many restaurants that have great food flavors that have still gone out of business.
Yep.
You know, and I've gone to many places where the execution of the service is fantastic, but the experience is not personalized.
Sadly, every day you see really good restaurants with the great ideas closing because it's a tough business. You mentioned that before. It's really, really, really tough.
Yeah, and you guys are doing great. You have your own burrito.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
So the Buena Vida burrito comes with the black beans that we put some bacon on it.
Oh, the black beans and bacon.
There is a warning. There was like, we are debating when we opened because, sorry for that, but we know that there is like a lot of vegetarian and vegan people and all of that. And I was like, okay. So we start to receive reviews and you were like, oh, the black beans comes with bacon and they never let us know and we're vegetarian. And we're like, and I was like, okay, so first of all, we're not.
By the way, everybody puts chicken stock in their black beans anyway, so you should figure that out.
Yeah. So just to keep that in mind. So I was talking to my partners and we're not going to change the black beans. That's our flavor, first of all. And
they're the best ever.
Yeah, so they taste really good. I mean,
they're really good.
I know bacon is not probably the best for you. I mean, like healthy wise, but
I think it is.
Yeah, so am I. So, but they put a lot of flavor.
Yeah.
No matter what.
No matter what.
So we put some black beans with bacon, and
in the burrito.
In the burrito. So I talked to my servers and I was like, every time that someone requests or asks for the black beans, please explain to them. There's black beans with bacon, always. Yeah. And I'm saying this because that's part of the experience that you mentioned. You know, you need to take care of every single detail. Yeah. So we put black beans with bacon, we put some pico de gallo, and we put cheese on it. That's it. We don't
so good.
I usually recommend the cilantro rice. We can add some cilantro rice on it, but it's like a massive burrito. It's
so
huge.
Big.
So it's not like that kind of burrito that you can take with your hands and you can eat it. No, you're going to need like a plate. You're going to need utensils. You're going to need take some time.
Right. But it's interesting because when I come with friends, I have like a whole plethora of things we try. The things I know that they'll love. Your ceviche, you use mango?
The Sinaloa, pineapple.
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 Yeah, it's ridiculously yummy. Your appetizers are incredible. Your entrees. Do you have filet mignon on the menu?
Yes.
Which comes out served. I feel like I'm in Paris. It's ridiculously plated.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly underpriced, right? You don't feel like you're at STK, but oh my gosh, the flavor palette, it's incredible. It's a beautiful piece of meat. And I'm going to give you one more kudos for all the people who have children. My son does not like Mexican, but he asks to go to your space all the time. You happen to make, by the way, the best cheeseburgers in the state. They're ridiculous.
It's funny,
How do you do that?
You have no idea how many customers they came to the restaurant. They say like, "This is a Mexican restaurant, but I'm here for the burger."
Yes,
I love the burger, and I was like, "Okay, well, that's easy to understand for me, but not for them." So why? Because we put like a double meat, we put some cheese on it, we put pico de gallo, we put some avocado. So we put the chipotle mayo. It's a homemade chipotle mayo. So
he loves the mayo.
Yeah. It's spicy, but not that crazy spicy. Mm-hmm. So you can enjoy the entire burger.
Let's talk about staff. You have an incredible staff.
Yeah.
How does this happen? What's your philosophy?
As a manager, I will say that every time that something goes wrong, that's my fault. Every time that we have like a kudos or like a recognition or something, that's the team.
And this is you know, the owner of Bad Bet Productions talks about extreme ownership, Kyle Deaver, and I believe in it as well. I always understood that the excellence of my salons and spas was my team,
Yep.
and the problems I owned. And I would go and I think that's a great place, a great foundation to start your culture. Now, hiring process, because you have happy people, so that's a component of it.
Yeah.
You know, you've got 5 people that are applying to be servers. Who you choose?
Well, I'm not like I try to not hire like servers because I always start with my support team, like bussers and food runners and expediters and all of that. You know, I give them the chance to start doing like a couple of tables, and I was like, and I push them like, you can do it. Mm-hmm. So most of them, they don't have the English level, the language. It's always a barrier for like a Mexican place, you know. Most of them, they only speak Spanish and they understand just like English just a little, but they don't know in fact how to hold like a conversation. So, but me and my wife, we are always like, okay, let's try with that table. And we are next to them. And I was like, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. If you work as a server, you're going to make more money. You're not going to work. Well, you're going to work really hard, but not in the same way that you can do it as a basser, right? Yeah.
So you start them, and this is interesting because in my salons, everybody started off at that level. Everybody started off assisting, apprenticing.
Yep.
Everybody shampooed hair. Everybody washed floors. Everybody folded towels. Everybody. So I would say, interestingly enough, Chick-fil-A starts that way.
Yeah.
You're starting that way. We started that way. If you're looking to build a successful business, one of the things that I would suggest, if you agree, I think that the most important thing you can do is not try to hire other people's talent, but to build talent from within.
Yeah. It's part of when you're the leader, you need to find what's the best, what's each person has like a strong and like a greatness and like some motivation that you need to find.
And then you're just nurturing it.
Yes.
I love that.
I just need to find where I have to pull the trigger on them. Mm-hmm. If you know how to do that, they're gonna.
Yeah, and you're doing a great job because I mean, I've seen it super, super busy. I've been there a lot, maybe 20, 25 times. And I've never ever once seen anybody unhappy. Not once. It's a lot of, and I look for it. I'm an owner, you know, I'm looking to see, and I'm looking and I'm watching, and I'm like, your team is always on it. And it's never too much. They never interrupt a conversation.
Oh no!
You know, they'll come by, they'll fill your drinks, but they don't ask you. You know, they're allowing your experience to develop.
Yeah,
and they're managing the components of the experience flawlessly. I'm really proud of you, man. You've done a great job.
It's part of the challenge, as I was mentioned before. When we started the restaurant, there was like a checklist of challenges, but the staff was one that there's one person particularly that he was, when we start with the building, with the construction, he was working on putting some tile on the restaurant, and we are like almost done with the construction, and he was like, is there something else that I can do? I know how to put tile, but you guys don't need more tile in this area. And I was like, bro, we didn't line cooks. And he was like, I have no idea. If you want to learn, I can teach you. But Besides that, there is nothing that you can do. And he was like, yeah, okay, I can try. He has no idea how to use a knife. He has no idea how to cook like a rice or chicken or anything. And it's been like 3 years, almost 4 years. And he's one of the best line cooks that I ever seen.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah.
You know, he knew to ask you because he knew that that's where he should be.
Yeah. I mean, like, he needs a job. That's in fact.
That's
right?
important.
And it's funny because he's the one who creates like a love for pastry and all of that. So he's the one who made the tres leches cake that you mentioned
Really?
before. Yeah.
Wow.
And you can see it when he's doing that tres leches cake. He's taking care of every single detail. He measures every single cup of sugar, every single cup of flour. It's like an art.
It's amazing the way everything's served. It is like a piece of art. You don't miss a detail. Thank you for being so generous with your time. Thank you for building something that enhances our community. I mean it from my heart, to have a great restaurant, to have a great place where you could take your family and you can still afford it and want to go more and more often, and you're never rushed. And there's a million amazing reasons why you should go to Mi Buena Vida. Please check it out. It's in SugarHouse. It's fantastic. It's a great spot. Their family will take care of you. Is there anything you want to say to a young entrepreneur? You got 30 seconds.
That was always the plan. We just want to be part of the community. We just want to involve in the community. We just want to offer like an affordable option. You guys can go 1, 2, 3 times per week, and you're not gonna break your pockets for that. You're gonna be able to be there. You're part of the family. We're gonna, especially with kids, we know if they like fries and steak, or if they like a cheeseburger, or they like the mac and cheese. We know it, and we're going to learn that eventually. So you're part of the family, and every single customer is part of the Mi Buena Vida family.
Well, thank you for allowing us to talk to you about it, to share with you, and I want to see you guys at Mi Buena Vida. This is Utah Business Spotlight. First, like, subscribe, share, talk about it, tell other people about it, and please check out their restaurant.